And we're continuing our conversation with Councilman Civera. Mario, you just mentioned that you were getting out into the local municipalities and talking to them about the Johns Hopkins study. How well was that received on a local level?
Well, that's a good point, Sheriff. We talked to a lot of the local health officials, major municipalities, and we got their side on how we could construct what we want to do as far as our plan. You have to understand the local municipalities have an extraordinary health departments. For instance, in Upper Darby Township, we have a situation where we've had problems with flooding. We've had problems with different outbreaks with the schools, and they're right on top of what goes on, and they're in control. So, for instance, if a flood was to happen during a weekend, a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday afternoon, which many times that I've been called to in the municipality, those health inspectors are on the site. Those health inspectors are there to go into each and individual home to help the homeowner. So this is something that we were very proud of, and something that, adds on to what the county wants to do to bring that message to the local municipalities. Now let's talk about the influenza. With the H1N1, we had an outbreak of that last year. And through the Pennsylvania Department of Health, the county intercommunity health systems together, our 911 center, we were able to coordinate the distribution of H1N1 through the school districts. It worked out perfectly. We were on a timely basis. We accommodated the number of people that came out to get their shots. It all works out that, with those local health systems, with the local school districts, that this county could perform the duty of what it's responsible to do for the people. Just this year, we had an outbreak of whooping cough, which we're going through right now. And it broke out in some of the camps in Delaware County, summer camps. In Montgomery County, we went to Montgomery County. We talked to their health officials as well as Delaware County, and we have addressed. We just had a clinic that was in the courthouse. We gave out shots. I think it was about a week ago on Friday. So this is what we're trying to say, is that in the whole scope of everything, the County of Delaware will be able to bring a very significant, very sophisticated plan to the residents of Delaware County. And this plan is going to be a plan which I think is going to work, and it's going to be a model in the Southeast.
Okay, and reading into some of the findings of the study, one of the problems that they identified was the communications. Can you speak a little bit about how the communications issue will work its way out?
What Hopkins was referring to was that what people thought that we were not doing, we were doing. And what the issue was that we were not communicating what we were doing. For instance, when we went through the H1N1 and the way we distributed that and the way we talked through the intermediate unit of the school districts, this time we were more direct. With the 911 center, who heads that up was Ed Truitt, there are things that are happening with the 911 center that were kept within the county officials, that wasn't going to the local municipalities. And this is something that we need to correct. We need to communicate our services in a better fashion than we have been. So the county residents can be assured that if something of an influenza breaks out, that they're safe, that the county government is going to take care of that and do what they were supposed to do and what they're charged with.
Well, thank you, Mario, for coming in today.
Sheriff,
appreciate you for being on Sheriff's Corner. And we'll be back with more of Delaware County's Most Wanted.
Delaware County's Most Wanted. Desiree Naylor, born New Year's Day, 1972. Last known address, West 2nd Street, Chester. Charged with DUI and possession of a controlled substance. Wanted for probation violation. Michael Gunning. Last known address, South Chester Pike, Glen Olden. Charged with theft by receiving stolen property, possession of a controlled substance, and flight to avoid apprehension. Wanted for probation violation. Christopher Taylor. Born October 1968. Last known address, Pine Street, Collingdale. Charged with possession of a firearm and wanted for probation violation. Nicole McKay. Born August of '83. Last known address, New Street, Middletown, Delaware. Charged with criminal conspiracy to access device fraud, receiving stolen property, and wanted for probation violation. John DeLuzio, born August of 1956. Last known address, Nanton Terrace, Philadelphia. Charged with burglary and wanted for probation violation. Tyreek McKinney, address unknown, born November 21st, 1988. Charged with possession of a controlled substance, criminal conspiracy, theft by unlawful taking, and wanted for probation violation. To make anonymous reports or for more information, call 1-877-R-WANTED or visit DelcoMostWanted.com.
You'll find classic dining in a casual setting when you visit the historic Lamb Tavern in Springfield. Delicious all-American cuisine, newly renovated dining room and bar, exceptional banquet facilities, a great place to meet for a meal, for a drink, or to celebrate a special day. It's always a pleasure to visit the Lamb, where historic charm combines with excitement and class right here in Springfield. Find menus and more information online at lambtavern.com.
Optinaker Incorporated. Let's talk trash. We have been serving the Delaware Valley since 1969 and have established a reputation for reliability and consistently great service. We offer personalized services to meet your exact needs. We do recycling, roll-off and container service, compactors, bulk cleanup, and more. Demolition services are also available. Call Optinaker Incorporated at 610-459-3515 or find us online at optinaker.com.
On September 6, 2007, the Darby Police Department were dispatched to the Villa St. Joseph Nursing Home to respond to a report of theft of checks. Through investigation, Darby Police Department discovered 2 checks totaling $1,300 were taken from a resident at the home. A former employee, Chantel Nadab, cashed the checks at the Franklin Mint branch in Broomall on July 29th and August 8th, 2007. The records and video from the bank, along with Nadab's transactions, were subpoenaed by the Darby Borough Police Department. The Darby Police Department went to the last known address of Nadab and asked her if she would give a statement concerning the theft of the checks. Nadab was read her Miranda rights and gave her account of the story. Nadab was working at the nursing home as an aide and admitted entering the room of a patient and taking 2 checks from the checkbook, which she deposited into her account at the Franklin Mint without the permission of the patient. Nadab later withdrew the funds. Nadab is charged with theft by unlawful taking, receiving stolen property, and forgery. Nadab had 4 court hearings at district court and failed to appear for formal arraignment at the Media Courthouse in the Court of Common Pleas. Nadab has been a fugitive since August 8th, 2008. Nadab's last known address is 445 Darby Terrace in Darby Borough. Chantel Nadab was born on November 21st, 1982. She is an African-American female who stands 5 foot 3 inches tall and weighs approximately 130 pounds. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Chantel Nadab, please call the Sheriff's Office Wanted hotline at 1-877-R-WANTED. Please make no attempts to apprehend this individual on your own. Call the Sheriff's Office or 911 immediately.